Hello friends, welcome to another chair yoga video. I'm Nina G. I'm really glad that you decided to join me today. I'm calling this video Controlled Instability. We're going to be working with our balance and we're going to be in poses and then we'll change one dimension of the pose and see how that makes the body feel. Not only the body, but the nervous system as well. So exploring balance a little bit differently today. All you're going to need is your chair, perhaps something to connect your feet to the floor, and we can get started. Okay, so to mix things up, I decided to bring my blanket today, and I'm rolling that up so that I can connect my feet to the floor, changing up that stability that I'm used to. But my feet do feel stable here. My sitting bones, my thigh bones on the chair. I could lean back a little bit if I wanted to. And we sit up tall, we find that inner lift. Now we're going to use a mudra today. It's the Bhu mudra, B-H-U, and we make two peace signs with our hands. So the thumb holds down fingers 4 and 5, fingers 2 and 3 are extended, and then we'll reach our arms down and away from the body. So this is the gesture of the earth, and the core quality is stability. And imagine that you're a mountain here. The crown of your head is the peak of the mountain. Your arms and fingers are the slopes. And then your base, your sitting bones, thighs, the legs, that's the base of the mountain. So let your shoulders come down from the ears. The invitation is to soften or close your eyes. Tune into your breath. See if you can slow it down and smooth it out. And notice the stability of this pose. How does this feel to you today? Come back to that slow, smooth breath. We'll release that mudra. You can sparkle those fingers a little bit, shake them out. Let's stack palms at heart center and set an intention for this practice. Might be the idea of balance. And then we'll release the hands down to the lap. We'll blink open the eyes if they're closed. And we're going to move to the edge of the chair. So I'm going to move my rolled up blanket out of the way and put my feet directly on the floor, hands on my lap. Coming to our cow and cat. I want to make sure first that I feel stable. And then inhaling, filling up the belly, arching the back, and exhale round. Separating shoulder blades, dropping the chin. So bringing that front back motion into the spine. Getting it ready to move. Let's take 2 more breaths like that. And then we'll sit up tall. One more time, feel that connection of the feet to the floor. And now we're going to change our cow and cat by lifting the arms up off the lap. We'll bring those hands in, elbows close to the rib cage, real soft fists, real soft fists. We can pull back with those elbows, come into that cow pose, breathe in, inhaling again. And then when we exhale, we're going to turn the palms away as if we're pushing, engaging that core, rounding the spine, drop the chin. Inhale, gentle fists, pull back elbows, look up. Exhale, push away. Now, this might change the stability of your pose. Check in with those sensations. And after that next exhale, we'll bring the hands back to the lap, sit up tall, check in. Okay, you might want to take your feet just a little bit wider. Again, feeling the stability of the pose, the sitting bones on the chair, the feet on the floor very firmly. Let's bring our hands to our lap. And we're going to take some easy circles here with the torso. This is instability. Now, it's not so much instability that we're going to fall off the chair. Let's make sure it's within a range that we feel comfortable with. But take a few circles and notice. Notice how the weight is shifting. Notice what's adjusting to keep you upright. Let's go the other way. Your core might turn on. You might feel the toes gripping at some point, or you'll feel the weight shift from left to right foot or right to left. And then return to center, to that stability. Take a breath and notice. Okay. Still staying seated. Let's come to cactus arms, just a little cactus arm. We're going to move into the side body a little bit. Again, feet are firmly on the floor, sitting bones firmly on that chair. So I want you to feel stable. Even though we're lifting our arms up, right? We don't have that stability of the arms on the body or on the chair now. We're lifting the arms. Now we're going to take a little side body stretch. We'll lift the right elbow, look down to the left as that left elbow comes in. And then come on back. And we'll go the other way. Notice how the weight shifts between the sitting bones and come on back. Let's add a breath. Let's inhale, reach up. And exhale, return to center. And then inhale other way. And exhale. Let's try two more. One more round in each direction. Follow your breath. You might be going a little faster, a little slower than I am. And then pause, release those hands down to your lap. So here we are back at that place of stability. Notice how that feels in the body. And now we're going to shift to standing. So let's bring our heels in a little bit. Let's shift the body forward. Push down into the feet to make your way up to standing. Terrific. Okay. Now, you can just walk around to the other side of your chair. I'm going to turn mine around just so I can use it and the camera still has me. There we go. Okay, so let's first find our mountain pose. We can keep that chair in front of us to hold on with our fingertip control. Our feet are straight ahead. Think about that Boo Mudra again, right? With our peace fingers reaching down and away from the body. That gesture of the earth. Core quality stability. Find that stability in your mountain pose. We really are a mountain here. And then we'll release that mudra again. And we'll do a little shifting. We'll make a little circle just as we did seated. Now this doesn't have to be big, but right away that instability might kick in. Notice what's going on with your toes, your feet, and your ankles as you do this. Switch the direction. Let the weight come shift between the heels, the toes, the left and the right. And then find that sense of stability again. Notice how good it feels to come back. Okay, you can shake out those legs. Now, if you need support, I would say fingertip control. We're going to stand behind the chair. I'm going to face you or come away from the chair just so you can see me a little bit better. But let's bring hands together at heart. Hands together at heart. So one of the things that happens when we bring these thumbs together right at the sternum is we're giving the body a little cue that, hey, that's the middle. And that helps us with balance. So from our mountain pose, our feet are very close together, parallel. They're not touching, but they're parallel, about 1 fist distance apart. Let's step our right toes back. Put the toe down, put the heel down, come into your warrior one. So if you're behind your chair, that chair will be right there, back heel is down, front knee is bent, and I've got room for my hips. My feet are on parallel, like train tracks. Okay, and again, these thumbs at the heart are telling me, hey, that's the middle. Can we find stability in our warrior one before we move on from here? So make any adjustments you need. Make sure that back foot gives you the space that you need so that the hips can rest comfortably. And then once you're there, once you've found that stability, we can explore the instability. So one option would be to release the hands. You could bring them up into cactus. You could take them overhead, wherever feels right for you today. Our left foot is forward, so we're going to tip in that direction. Here's our controlled instability. So we're off that midline now. Push back into that back heel. Push down into the back heel. Take a breath here. And then come on back to center. Bring palms together, back down to heart. Notice how good that feels to return to stability. We'll take another breath. Okay, now staying here, I'm going to turn again just so you can see me a little better. But staying here in your warrior one, your left foot is still forward, hands are still, thumbs are still at the sternum. Can we pick up our left heel? Just picking up that left heel. Now we've really challenged the stability of this pose. Notice what happens. Again, you can keep your hands on the back of the chair, but notice the shift in the body. I can feel mine swaying side to side. My feet and ankles are adjusting to keep me upright. And once you've explored that, put the heel down, put the heel back down. There we go. Come back to that sense of stability. And then step your back foot forward. Yeah. So there you go. Stability, controlled instability, and back again. Now we're going to do the other side as we always do. Palms together, thumbs at the sternum. We'll step back this time with the left foot. So heel down. Yeah, everything. We've got plenty of room. Those hips can be square. Front knee is bent. We're in warrior one. We can have one or both hands on back of the chair. It's all good. So if you're using that chair, we've got our right foot forward here. The left foot is back. Some people might want to take their arms up, either cactus or long arms. Some people want to keep their hands on the chair. That's fine. We're all going to tip to the right. Notice how that takes you away from that sense of stability. Notice the extra work that's happening in that back foot and ankle, maybe even in the core. Now let's come back, bring those palms together again, down to heart center, and now we're going to pick up that right heel. I'll turn so you can see that. We're going to just pick up the right heel, noticing how that creates some instability that we need to adjust for. Take a few breaths here. Maybe put it down, try again. If you're too imbalanced, too unstable. And then we'll put the heel down. We'll come back to that sense of stability in our warrior one. And then we'll step forward. Okay, so you can shake out those legs, do a little wiggle, a little jiggle, let everything feel good. And we're going to take a slightly wider stance. We're working with goddess pose now. So our heels will be in, our toes are going to be out. We're going to bend both knees so that they're tracking over toes 2 and 3, shoulders over hips. Nice tall spine. We're not hinged forward, standing up tall. So the beauty of standing up tall in this pose is if you need additional support, you could step back and use that wall behind you. Might be a nice idea. You could also use the chair in front of you. So we've got a lot of different ways to play with goddess pose. Let's take our hands, let's bring our right fingertips to left shoulder and left fingertips to right shoulder. A little cross there. We're in our goddess squat. Take a breath in. As we exhale, just turn that upper body to the right. And inhale back to center. Exhaling, twist to the left. And inhale to center. So you see, I'm not going real far. Let's straighten the legs, straighten the arms. 5-pointed star. You can sparkle your fingers, twinkle your fingers, and come on back. So left fingers to right shoulder, right fingers to left. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist right. So we don't have to go very far, but we may notice that instability. Come back to center, find stability again. Then we're going to push into the feet, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, 5-pointed star. You can even look up if you like. Float the arms down. Let's bring those legs back together. Check in and notice. And we're going to come back to our goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. This time, let's bring our hands down to our thighs. So we bend the knees, knees track over toes 2 and 3. We can still use the wall behind us. We could use the chair in front of us for our arms as well. So a lot of options, but I want us all to feel stable here first before we explore any instability. So take your time, settle in. You notice I'm not very deep. And now, keeping my hips pretty still, pretty level, I'm going to pick up my right heel. Yeah, interesting, right? And then put it back down. And then I'm going to pick up my left heel. So, moving right into that instability. Let's put both heels down again. Just check in. We'll do it again. We might move with the breath. We can inhale, pick up right heel. And exhale, lower. And then inhale, lifting left heel. And exhale, lower. Let's try one more on each side. So a little bit of instability, and then we come back. Both heels down, push into both feet. Let's take the arms up. 5-pointed star. You can sparkle the fingers. Float the arms down. Bring those feet and legs back together. So take a moment here to check in with all of those sensations in the body. Come back to the smooth breath. Okay, we're going to do an interesting balance pose now. Let's take the arms about 45 degrees from the body, palms forward. Again, you could stand next to your chair for some help here. If you need the assistance, you could also stand with your back to the wall. Now we're going to bend the knees a little bit, coming into just a little bit of a chair, a little bit of a squat. It's not very deep, just a little bit. Okay? So here I'm finding my stability with those bent legs, building some strength here in those big muscles. Can I shift my weight into the right leg? So I might be standing next to the chair. My leg next to the chair is going to be my standing leg. And then I'm going to extend. I'm just going to pick up my left heel right now. Pick up my left heel. Put it back down. Boom. Okay, my knees are still bent. I'm going to switch, put my weight in the other leg, pick up my right heel. Put it back down, straighten both legs. Take a breath, find that stability again. And we're going to repeat. So let's bend the knees again, a little shallow squat, but we're going to change it up a little bit. So you can do the same thing, picking up just the heel, or we're going to pick up our right heel with the option to extend that right foot in front of us. I can put the heel down if I feel as if I'm going to fall. My back could be to the wall to help support me. Notice how that instability kicks in. Wow, my left ankle's doing a lot of work to keep me upright. Let's bend the knee, put the foot back down. Let's stand up, give the legs a little break. Come back to the smooth breath. And then we'll go again. So arms are about 45 degrees from the body, or they could be on the chair next to you, chair in front of you. You can have your back on the wall. Come into a little squat, not very big. Toes are straight ahead. Let's pick up our left heel this time. We might stay here. This is instability that we can explore. Or we could extend that foot in front of us, reaching through the heel. And if you feel as if you're going to fall, we put our heel down or bring the foot back. See what it feels like to breathe here. And then bend the knee, put the toes back down, stand up, woo, shake out those legs. Find a stable spot where you can stand. Check in with all of those sensations in the body. And check in with that feeling. How does it feel when we know everything's okay right now? I'm balanced. I'm back at my stable place. Okay, and we're going to make our way back to seated. Well, here I am back in my chair. I'm going to slide back. I've connected my feet to the floor through this rolled up blanket. A little different. I'm exploring some different ways of feeling stable. I've backed up enough that my lower back is against the chair. We can come back to that Boo Mudra. Peace signs in both hands, reaching down and away, letting the shoulders come down from the ears. This gesture of stability. Gesture of the earth, core quality is stability. The invitation is to soften or close your eyes. Return to the smooth breath. Notice how that feels in your body now. Then we'll release our mudra. We'll stack palms at heart center, and we'll take a moment to recall that intention that we said at the very beginning of our class. And then we'll release those hands down to the lap. We'll blink open the eyes if they're still closed. And one last time, we'll slide to the edge of the mat, connecting the feet directly to the floor. Sitting up tall, yes. Finding that stability in this pose now. And then we'll bring those palms together at heart center and thank yourself for taking time to practice yoga today, to explore both stability and instability in our chair yoga practice. Stay well, my friends. I look forward to seeing you again soon.